What's up, y'all? Thanks for coming through. Today we'll be looking at some crazy videos. I'm new to YouTube. This is the first leg of my journey. I hope you enjoy the ride. Let's get it.
Soon you will be able to pay for groceries at every Whole Foods in the U.S. with just a swipe of your hand. Amazon says that the Pay by Palm technology will be at all of those stores nationwide by the end of the year. Customers just have to hover their hand over the device to pay. This method is already being used at 200 Whole Foods locations across 20 states, and you can also find it in other places, stores like Panera Bread. Hardware editor at TechCrunch, Brian Heater, joins us now. Brian, let's just start off. Tell us how this technology works.
Sure. So in terms of the actual enrollment process, the first time you go to one of these Amazon One locations, you wave your hand over it. That will enroll you in the program, and then you associate that with a credit card that you have on file. In terms of the actual underlying technology behind it, it's not actually getting a read of the palm itself, which I think is what most people expect. It's actually taking a look at the vein patterns underneath your hands, which Amazon is effectively saying is a way to do this kind of biometric identification without actually giving any identifying information away.
I have come to realize that my bank card and I have a great relationship, and I'm not ready to make my palm have the authority.
The firmament conspiracy. What is the firmament? There was a huge debate between Christians who believe that the earth is flat and those who believe it's a globe. In Genesis 1:7, it states that God made the firmament and divided the waters above from the waters below. Now, some people take this literally, that see earth as a flat surface that is enclosed by a physical barrier, and that there's water on the outside of the firmament, which explains why the skies are blue. But others take this in a metaphorical sense and claim that the firmament is nothing more than our atmosphere, and that there is no physical barrier up top. Therefore, the earth is a globe. And the reason there's been so much debate over this is that people believe that we haven't been to space. And have you guys ever heard of Operation Fishbowl? Well, in 1962, the US government performed what is called Project Fishbowl, where they detonated nuclear explosions into the sky. But they claimed it was to see how the nuclear explosions reacted to our atmosphere. But many believe it was the government actually trying to break the firmament. They were trying to see if they could break this invisible barrier. But what are your thoughts, though? Is the firmament a metaphorical or physical barrier? And do you think the earth is flat or a globe? Make sure you hit that button because my next conspiracy is crazy.
Hey, if you haven't checked out Operation Fishbowl, I suggest you do. It's pretty eye-opening. I actually believe we're in a firmament. I don't believe we can actually get to space, breaking through the atmospheric barrier, going upwards. And that's just my opinion, despite the contrary. Now, with that being said, it kind of makes you wonder why Elon Musk has so many rocket attempts and hasn't been successful. All you see is rockets going up, making a nice little curve around and heading down who knows where. So kind of lets you wonder, like, why hasn't he been successful? And there has to be a reason why, Could it be a firmament, which I believe in? If you believe something otherwise, let me know in the comments.
NASA doesn't want you to know they just woke up Cthulhu. On August 21st, NASA announced to the public they were going on a mission called Operation Big Cave. This task was mostly for research purposes. However, what they didn't tell the public was that they had other plans in mind. NASA took a fleet of 5 ships and set sail into the Atlantic Ocean. Finally, on the 5th day, they had reached their destination. They sent 3 submersibles down and quickly started searching around on the ocean floor. It was as if they were looking for something. They kept searching for 5 minutes, and then they found it. Suddenly, in front of them stood the entrance to a huge underwater cave. The submersibles made their way in and were astonished by the colossal size of this underwater cavern. It was dark and murky and silent, as if nothing had made its way through this cave in years. As they went along, one of the submersibles accidentally bumped into the side of the cave wall, causing some rocks to fall and create a loud bang. This sound echoed through the cave, but after a few seconds it went silent again. But then out of nowhere, the whole cave began to shake, and they heard a roar from the end of the cave. Then what happened next, none of the men will ever forget. They saw a huge eye in front of them open up. This eye belonged to creatures at least 150 feet. They called for an immediate evacuation of the cave and made it back to the surface as fast as possible. The men quickly made it back to the ships and as fast as they could made their way out of the vicinity of this beast. However, at first NASA didn't report on what they found down there, but as of this morning they just released video footage of the incident. Press share, then more, and share this video with Google to see the video of this beast.
You couldn't pay me enough money to go to this cave. Like, my level of braveness is not that high. Like, it couldn't be me.
So this is a must-watch, The Nephilim by Ancient Citizens. That music, though, man. These shots are so good. This is so good. Ancient Citizens. Let's go.
Hey, that movie looks dope. I gotta check it out for sure. Can you imagine though, seeing like creatures like this in real life? Like Nephilims or anything closely related? I don't think mankind could stomach this.
Keep your phones outside the room. Yeah, even on airplane mode, like just keep them away from the room. Turn off the Wi-Fi router at night.
What's EMF?
Electronic magnetic frequency that comes off our phones. It's affecting people's fertility. Women are working for hours. We're having our laptops on our laps and like killing everything. I mean, the eggs, the sperm quality is so down. There's so many IVF clinics. People are not getting out in the sun as much. We're very off from like the real world.
Hey, I'm not sure about keeping my Wi-Fi off at night, but overall, she's spitting straight facts. I mean, simply put, radiation is just pretty bad for your body.
In the middle of the ocean, and I don't see many people talking about it, so I want to show this video to you. Basically, these guys are in a boat in the middle of the ocean. They're just cruising through, minding their own business, and you're gonna see this weird phenomenon. This may be normal, I don't know. I haven't seen anyone talking about it, not trying to start a conspiracy, but take a look. You're gonna see the water be really like smooth here, and then they're going through a part that's really, really rough. Now I can't, right here. So you can, it's kind of, yeah, right here. See this line? They're in the middle of the ocean. The water is the same depth on here as it is here, but it goes from super rough to really smooth. Completely different texture water. I do not know what causes this. Maybe some of you experts out there can give us a hand, but this is kind of crazy phenomenon. This is happening out in the middle of the ocean. Let us know what you think is happening and follow for more.
Yeah, it's pretty freaky how inconsistent the water was. If it was me out in the ocean, it would have been a wrap. Like, I would have made a quick U-turn back to the seashore.
What did the fisherman say to the magician? Pick a god, any god. If you're from Boston, that's probably not funny. What do you call a spider with 10 eyes? A spider.
That was really good.
You want some soup?
All right, y'all, we made it to the end of the first episode. If you stuck around, I greatly appreciate it. If you like what you saw, like this video, subscribe to the channel, help this community grow. I'll see you in the next one, but until then, peace and love.
I've been wanting this forever. I've been in the field with whatever they throw at me, brush it off, pick myself up.